Bebop.
Welcome to Artist Bebop number 26. Artist Bebop was a podcast I started during the pandemic boom. But I realized, should keep it going. So once a week, I'm going to do what I call the weekly ramble to keep piling on to all the projects I do creatively. I started to do the daily rambling artist. I forget that my background is in writing sometimes. I thought we'd try this. So the game is, I'm going to set a timer. Here we go. All right, 22 minutes. And I'm going to start rambling. We'll see what happens. So the daily ramble has been interesting because it started just trying to figure out more things to do online as far as just sharing. And it's been interesting because that's a whole different muscle, and I've enjoyed it so much. And it's actually going to turn into a book project, which is unexpected. And, another thing that I'm working on, which is a lot of fun. But it's just been fun. I was going to actually read one. The Daily Rambling Artist. Siren, no siren. I come from the water. So they all have these little titles, but this is one I did the other day, and there's usually an image that complements it, but I feel like they stand alone too. So I saw her from the ocean, not far with each rise of a wave, her silhouette etched against the horizon, a fleeting image of familiarity. I'd pause, my gaze fixated before surrendering once more to the embrace of the water. The ocean whispered secrets to me, its currents weaving stories through my veins, nourishing me. Each time I looked, she seemed to recede, a puzzle piece slipping through the vast canvas of the sea, sand, and sky. The cycle persisted until one day she was no longer there, and the horizon bare. But that was all right. It made sense. I belonged to the ocean, a fish, a Pisces. But yeah, so most of them are, it's a random ramble, and it's just made me think about expression. That one was kind of weird. I was thinking about relationships that I've had, and how, I'm a contributing factor to why they don't work. Because there is the artist, and I think that is often a draw for me in relationships. But then there's not an off button to the artist, and so yeah, it's the metaphor of the ocean and being the art world. But I don't know, man, kind of cool. Lately, I've been working on this week. Like Paul Reubens died last week, and I won't let it go. I loved Pee Wee growing up. He was just especially all of it. Tim Burton, Pee Wee's Playhouse. It was just I wrote about it. It was like going to the gym for the imagination. I was a kid then, but I just loved it. And I loved the idea of Pee Wee. Like, what a great imagination. And, but I started, it's funny, my dad is a champion of bringing me discards of wood and all types of things. But they, at their house, have been remodeling the kitchen. So they took out these old cabinets that are I don't know, from the 60s. And maybe, I don't know, 60s, 70s. That's what it looks like. And my brother was about to discard them, and he rescued them and brought them to me. And it's created a whole Pee Wee Herman series, paintings on these weird slivers of wood, and they have a hole in them, so I put a rope on them. But it's made me happy, and the reaction has made me happy. Like I said, I won't let it go. But at first because I immediately started to write something, and I've done so many Pee Wee pieces over the years, but I really felt like I was going to be the only sad person, and to see the outpour of love, a couple of haters, but but such is life. That but that hater thing can be real sometimes. But I don't know. I thankfully it was brought up by a really strong parents, but my mom especially, just always instilled a don't let them kick you down attitude, which I'm so thankful for. Sorry, water break here. Rambling's hard. I talk to the camera every day because I do my daily videos, recaps of the studio time, which I love, but I've never gone, barring the interviews I used to do, which I'm still open to doing. So if you're out there and you want to do some Artist Bebop podcasting, bring it. I'm here. I'm here, and I enjoy the conversation. It's just that format got hard because I have little ones, and it's 2:52 a.m. and I have to get up at 7 or 8. It depends on my son. He's my alarm clock. But anyway, that worked during COVID times because people were up at weird hours. But yeah, not anymore. And I was doing remote ones too. I would talk to all types of they're in the archives. But no, yeah. I mean, I could do like live ones now. So if you're listening and you want to chat, get at me. What else? What else is going on? I've got someone. It's exciting. I've been sending pieces to a place in Martha's Vineyard. The shout out to Portobello Road, and so he was asking for more pieces for his store, and so I've been working on that. But I've also been distracted by the Pee Wee thing. I need to get through the boards. I don't know how many more I have left, but I don't know how many more characters. That movie is so rich with characters. This is probably the Pee Wee episode, but yeah, the thing that I've always liked. I've talked about it before. I've rambled about it a lot, but auxiliary characters, the background characters. There's an artist I like, and we had a good talk about it because his art very much was about kind of that subtext of what were superheroes doing when they weren't in form. And I don't know, the kind of deconstructionalist, I guess. But But to me, yeah, Star Wars is the biggest example. When I watched that film as a kid, I wanted to know the story of every single character in the background. And I would argue sometimes they were more interesting to me than the main characters, just because of that mystery. And I enjoy that so much. And that has never ceased. And painting that especially. I especially like it when somebody's like, yeah, I remember that. That's a good feeling. I've bonded with a few artists on that. Ashley Bressler, I think I'm getting that right, but on Instagram. I'll throw the link up here on the video part, and in the notes. Yeah, so I'll be doing this video and audio, and I think that'll, I don't know. I think the thing that I've been most surprised about, well, to begin with, the whole career as an artist, I never get over the idea that somebody actually purchases something from me, and it's not like I think, I don't know if it's an economics thing, but it means a lot to me, because I talk to my friends a lot about this, that I know that what I do, it isn't groceries. It's not useful in that respect, I guess. You know, and there could be philosophical arguments about it being nourishment, but I know what it is. It is that, you know, to own a piece, it's kind of a luxury, or it is a luxury, and so it means a lot to me to have that endorsed, encouraged, the encouragement. I always love that meme that floats around about don't feed the artists. There's a few, but don't feed the artists. I saw one today. Don't feed the artists, buy their art, and they'll feed themselves. And but I just like the imagery of like feeding the artist. To me, I'm like, oh, don't feed them, because you know, they might activate. We're dangerous people. But I don't think so. But I think I said that once. We were in a meeting planning something. I used to do, when I worked with, I still work with a nonprofit, but this other nonprofit, I used to go to Chamber of Commerce things. And so they were talking about, we were planning an event, and so I was on that committee, and they mentioned a city council woman that, a local city council woman that they were trying to get her involved somehow, and I said, you have to be careful, because she's an artist, and artists are terrible people. No, dangerous people. But yeah. We like to think we're rebels. Right? Well, I can't generalize. Maybe I am, I don't know. I guess it is rebellious to put you know, paint or pencil or marker or glue things together and put them out into the world and ask people to support this weird thing that you're doing. There's such a gall to that that makes me love it. It's not normal, and but that I that's what keeps me going. I dig it. But yeah, I was thinking about my I think it's funny because ADHD. I got diagnosed not too long ago, and it explains so much. But I've become a lot more conscious of the way I speak. Like this is, I'm in perfect form here. So I'm circling back to why I brought my my father bringing me stuff is I love that. I love that he's a man of few words, but it's things like that that help me understand. So this is interesting. I'm going, the 22 minutes I'm going to do uncut. So I'm going to start practicing not saying and a and which I think will be a good skill to develop. On the dailies, I get to cut all that out. But I guess I'm always thinking about stuff, but I've particularly been thinking about how multimedia everything is as a creative. I've been, and I think it lends itself to developing other creative muscles. In the end, it's all expression. So, why couldn't you flow in and out of everything? I started in photography, and well, when I was little, I drew. I loved all that. My mom was so nurturing of it, and I'm so happy to give that to my kids. But then I went into photography, and because I started in the darkroom, it went digital. We started to see film cameras have video capabilities. I jumped right on that, and we got a little video experience, and I'm so thankful for all that. It seems like lack of focus, but it works well for someone with ADHD because yeah. But I there we go. I caught an Yeah, it's hard not to say it's like a meditation. But now I'm losing track of what I was saying. And I think that'll be okay. I'll get better. We'll work this rambling. But I do love a good ramble. Yeah, I was thinking about that when I was younger, like a kid. I don't know, even older than that. If people around my mom would say, "Oh, he's so quiet. He's so quiet. He's so quiet," and then I got to an age where, you start. Your parent they're always your parent, but I got to an age where, we had different footing. And so during one of those, or I don't know who we were talking to, but I recounted how I would always hear that. And I said, my mom, it's not that I'm so quiet. It's that my mom has so much to say that I never got a chance to speak. But, as I got older, I learned to politely interject. With my mom, sometimes it's a force thing. I have my tactics, and, which would probably annoy her. It's all right. but the gift of, I say I have an okay gift of gab. Definitely came from my mom. Big influences, my parents, and their, my dad in his weirder ways. Like, definitely his sense of humor, which I love. He's still the funniest man alive to me. I'm going to take another drink here. I'm going to crunch ice too. Nice. But no, the writing is so funny because you're reflecting, or I'm reflecting as an artist, but also just as a human. And I was my mom was young, like 20, 22, 21 when she had me, and until my sister came along, when I was 9, I was it. And so I was around my mom a lot, and as such, those were my conversations, and as such, I always asked her questions, and I was fascinated by family histories, which I think is interesting because my siblings don't really know those histories as much. And I'm like, well, I guess you hung around me, so, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ruined it for you. But to me, I loved the way she told stories. And always in Spanish. And to this day, I only speak Spanish to her, really, unless we're out in public. But I appreciate that gift, because that's where my expression comes from. I probably need to do some writing about that. And again, I'm appreciating, and thank you. Like, if you're listening and you're one of the people that read those, and yeah, we'll circle back again. I'm amazed, like, people get my art, but I'm also amazed people are into anything that I do. So thank you. And I'm watching my clock here. 7 sec or 4, 3, 2, 1. Check it out. Boom. Your time is up. Well, that was fun. I'll be attempting this every Thursday. We'll see how I can hang. But yeah, man, thank you if you hung this far. If you've ever hit a like or a share or said a kind word or DM'd or any of that interaction, I so appreciate. And yeah, just thank you. So if you've got things you want to hear me ramble about, stick them in the comments, and or shoot me a DM. And somebody asked me about, like, in my I'm still gonna ramble a little bit, sorry, but we're past the main ramble. This is like the outro, I guess. I don't know, I'm making it all up. That's the power of these mediums. But yeah, if you get ideas, or I'm always listening, because I enjoy it. So all right, I will see you next time.
Welcome to my world, El Santos world.